One of the most powerful techniques of controlling the discourse developed by our ancestors is called Purva Paksha, which means a systematic study of the other side. People you oppose, the theories you oppose, you must understand them. Otherwise, you're opposing them purely from emotional grounds, but you can't be effective in countering it. We live in a very intellectual era, and you must understand what other people are thinking. You must get into their skin. You must understand how the person propagating Christian yoga is thinking, because his framework is the Bible. You must understand the person who has Hindu phobia because he's a Dalit activist, why he's thinking, what his experience has been, and if you were in his shoes, maybe you would be thinking that way too. So only after you have done Purva Paksha very systematically for each line of thinking, for each kind of opponent, are you qualified to respond, which is called Uttar Paksha, which means my response. Purva Paksha is my understanding of how you're thinking. Now, this is done with respect. It's not bombastic, it's not dismissal. I don't dismiss them on the grounds that they're no good. I have to first understand them. And it has to be done with a tone of mutual respect. I must really try to honestly understand where you're coming from. That's the approach. Now, this tradition existed very seriously a long time back. And so while people in classical India were from many different ideologies, they understood each other. They also could benefit, teach each other, learn from each other, and so on. This did not apply. This technique was not very active in dealing with Islam when Islam came. There was hardly much Purva Paksha to understand who these people are, why they're here, why have they come from their homeland so far away, what are their goals, what does their book say, what is the Sharia law, all those things we didn't understand. When the British came later on, when the Christians came later on, the same thing. We either ignored them or we took one isolated instance here and there, fighting tactically rather than strategically. To fight tactically is one thing, but you're not going to win long term. To fight strategically, you go beneath isolated instances, isolated personalities, and try to take a look at the whole thing. And that requires a very serious Purva Paksha of the other side. We need to do Purva Paksha of Islam, of Christianity, of Judaism, of Marxism, secularism. We need to do Purva Paksha of current Indology, of various camps that exist. We need to understand them. Now, I am often told that Gandhi did Purva Paksha already, it's done. Vivekananda did Purva Paksha, it's already done. Sri Aurobindo did it, fine. Deen Dayal Upadhyaya did some amazing work. Yes, all these great thinkers have done Purva Paksha, but things have changed since that time. Things have changed even in the last 25 years. Things have certainly changed in the last 50 to 75 years. So the fact that somebody does Purva Paksha doesn't mean that others don't have to do it. It's not a permanent thing. The opposing side is changing. They're dynamic. They're always advancing. So many ideologies we face today did not even exist. So we have to do Purva Paksha fresh. Not because somebody's already done it, we can therefore go away. My concern is that these great thinkers did not leave lineages where their followers would be continuing in their footsteps to extend their work for today. I don't see Gandhians today, people who call themselves Gandhi, really continuing to do the sort of thing Gandhi did in his book Hindu Swaraj. I don't see Ramakrishna Mission or any Vivekananda follower really in his footsteps doing the same kind of work updated for today. I don't see Swami Chinmayananda's followers in his institution continuing the work with the gravitas he had, the punch he had today. I don't see Sri Aurobindo's followers continuing his legacy in the same intensity. I don't see Deen Dayal Upadhyaya's followers today able to say that what he did was original for his time and we are doing something equally original for today. We just don't have it. And so I want you to understand through this course what is Purva Paksha, how it should be done, why it should be done, and then the many things I'm teaching in various courses are examples of Purva Paksha. This will give you a theoretical foundation. It's a very important course because once you become a Purva Paksha proponent and practitioner, you will be very confident. You will be not having to be emotional in responding to somebody. You will say, I understand you, I respect what you're saying, I can see why you are saying this, but here is my response, my Uttar Paksha. That's going to win you arguments and make you a more confident intellectual Kshatriya. And that's the kind of intellectual Kshatriya I want in my home team. One who has understood the Purva Paksha of others, many, many different kinds of others, one who is imbibing it, and one who is able to give Uttar Paksha in a very respectful and systematic way with lots of confidence. Welcome to this course.